What if everything you were taught about success was wrong? What if the endless chase for money, status, and approval was actually the reason people feel empty? Every day, millions wake up tired, go to jobs they hate, scroll through lives they envy, and tell themselves, one day, I'll finally be happy. But what if happiness was never waiting at the finish line? What if freedom was the real goal all along? This is the philosophy of Naval Ravikant, entrepreneur, investor, philosopher, and the mind behind the Almanack of Naval Ravikant, a book that completely changed how millions think about wealth, success, happiness, and life itself. And by the end of this video, you may never look at life the same way again. Part 1. Wealth versus money. Naval says something powerful. Seek wealth, not money or status. At first, that sounds strange. Aren't they all the same? Not really. Money is temporary. Status is social approval. But wealth is freedom. Wealth means owning things that make money while you sleep. A business, investments, content, software, ideas. Most people trade time for money forever, but wealthy people build systems. And thanks to the internet, the rules of the game have changed forever. Today, one person with a laptop can reach millions. A creator can build an audience from a bedroom. A programmer can create an app used worldwide. A writer can change lives with a single idea. The old world rewarded obedience. The new world rewards creativity. Part 2. Leverage changes everything. Naval believes wealth comes from leverage. Leverage means multiplying your effort. And there are 4 types. First, labor, using other people's time. Second, capital, using money to make more money. Third, code, software that works for millions at once. And fourth, media, videos, writing, podcasts, social media. One video can work for you while you sleep. One tweet can change your career. One idea can spread across the world overnight. This is why the internet created opportunities humans never had before. But most people still play small, because they never realize the game has changed. Part 3. Specific knowledge. One of Naval's most important lessons is specific knowledge. Specific knowledge is what makes you different. It's the skill that feels natural to you, but difficult for others. Maybe it's storytelling, design, business, psychology, humor, communication. Society trains people to follow safe paths, but real success usually comes from curiosity, because when you genuinely love something, you work harder than everyone else without forcing yourself, and eventually, your passion becomes your advantage. Naval says something unforgettable. No one can compete with you on being you. That's why copying others rarely leads to greatness. Authenticity is the real cheat code. Part 4. Escape competition. Most people spend life comparing themselves to others. Someone richer, smarter, more successful, more attractive, and comparison slowly destroys peace. But Naval says, escape competition through authenticity. When you stop trying to be someone else, you stop competing. You create your own lane. The internet rewards authenticity more than perfection. People can feel honesty. They can feel realness. The creators who last are the ones who stop pretending. And the happiest people are usually the ones no longer chasing approval. Part 5. Learn to build and sell. Naval says, learn to build and learn to sell. If you can do both, you become unstoppable. Building means creating something valuable. Selling means communicating value. And selling doesn't just mean business. It means storytelling, writing, persuasion, communication. Some people are talented, but nobody notices because they can't communicate. Others are great communicators. but have nothing meaningful to offer. The rare people who master both often change the world. Part 6. Happiness is a skill. This is where the book becomes deeper than business advice. Naval believes happiness is a skill, not something you chase, something you practice. Most people think, I'll be happy when I get rich, when I buy the car, when I become famous, when life finally works out. But every achievement creates another desire. The mind never stops asking for more. And that's why so many successful people still feel empty, because desire itself creates suffering. A peaceful person with fewer desires often feels richer than a stressed millionaire. Part 7. The Trap of Social Approval. Humans naturally want validation, but modern society turned validation into an addiction. People fake lifestyles online, buy things they don't need, compare themselves every day. Naval believes this destroys happiness, because if your peace depends on other people's opinions, you'll never truly control your life. Real freedom begins the moment you stop trying to impress everyone. Ironically, that's when confidence finally appears. Part 8. The Power of Reading. Naval loves reading. He believes books are one of the greatest advantages in life, because books let you borrow wisdom from people across history. A person who reads deeply can learn decades of lessons in just a few years. But Naval says, don't force yourself to read what bores you. Follow curiosity. Read what genuinely interests you. Because curiosity creates energy, and timeless wisdom matters more than trendy information. Human nature hasn't changed much in thousands of years. That's why old philosophy still explains modern anxiety perfectly. Part 9. Judgment is everything, according to Naval. The most important skill isn't talent, it's judgment. Life is mostly the result of decisions repeated over time, who you spend time with, what habits you build, what opportunities you take. Small choices shape destiny, and calm people usually make better decisions, because emotions cloud thinking. A peaceful mind sees reality more clearly. That's why inner peace isn't just spiritual, it's practical. Part 10. Retirement is not an age. One of Naval's most famous ideas is this. Retirement is when you stop sacrificing today for an imaginary tomorrow. Most people imagine retirement at 60 or 70 years old, but Naval sees retirement differently. If you genuinely enjoy your life, why would you need escape? The goal isn't to avoid work forever. The goal is to create work that feels meaningful, because humans naturally want purpose. What destroys people is meaningless effort. Part 11. The Noisy Mind. Naval talks often about meditation and silence, because most suffering comes from the non-stop voice inside our heads. The mind keeps asking, what if I fail? What do people think of me? Am I behind in life? Thought after thought, fear after fear. Meditation teaches you to observe thoughts, without becoming controlled by them, not fighting the mind, not running from it, just watching, and slowly, the noise becomes quieter. Part 12. Acceptance. One of the deepest lessons in the book is acceptance. Life won't always go your way. People will disappoint you. Plans will fail. Time will move faster than expected. Suffering grows when we fight reality. Acceptance doesn't mean weakness. It means clarity. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? You begin asking, this is happening, now what? And that mindset changes everything. Part 13. Be careful what you desire. Naval warns people to choose desires carefully, because every desire comes with hidden costs. Fame can bring pressure. Luxury can create stress. Status can become a prison. Many people achieve their dreams, only to realize those dreams own them. That's why Naval values simplicity. Simple routines, simple relationships, simple pleasures, walking, reading, thinking, creating. The best moments in life are often quiet, but modern culture trains people to fear silence. Part 14. Health and Peace. Naval believes health is everything. Without health, money means very little. Sleep matters, exercise matters, mental calm matters, because the body affects the mind, and the mind affects every part of life. A healthy person has thousands of wishes. A sick person has only one. Part 15. Play long-term games. Naval constantly talks about long-term thinking, because real success compounds slowly. Trust compounds. Skills compound. Knowledge compounds. Relationships compound. The best opportunities in life often come from patience. That's why Naval says to work with people you genuinely like and trust. Long-term relationships create extraordinary outcomes. Quick wins rarely lead to lasting fulfillment. The real meaning of freedom at its core. The Almanack of Naval Ravikant is not really about becoming rich. It's about becoming free. Free from fear. Free from endless comparison. Free from society's expectations. Free from the constant noise inside your head. Money matters because it buys time. And time is life itself. But Naval reminds us again and again, if you sacrifice your peace to gain everything else, you lost. So maybe the goal isn't to become famous. Maybe it isn't even to become rich. Maybe the goal is much simpler. To wake up peacefully. To work on things you love. To spend time with people who matter. To enjoy ordinary moments fully. Imagine sitting quietly at night. No notifications. No pressure. No pretending. Just silence. Just breathing. And for one small moment, nothing feels missing. Maybe that's what Naval was trying to teach all along. That happiness was never hiding somewhere far away in the future. It was always here, waiting beneath the noise.